Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to board the Disney Dream for a 4-night Bohemian cruise, and we're inviting you to come aboard with us. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another embarkation day. It is currently 6 a.m. on the dot in the morning, and we are leaving our home in Tampa to make the 4-hour drive down to Fort Lauderdale, where we are getting ready to board the Disney Dream. It recently came back from a dry dock last year after its European sailing, so we're excited to hop back on board and check out what's new, and of course bring you guys along and show you everything along the way. But with all that being said, let's not waste any time, guys. Let's go ahead and hit the road and get to Fort Lauderdale. Hello, doing well. We're going to the Disney Dream.
Let's get an ID for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we are coming up on Terminal 2 as we make our way over to the Disney Dream. Hopefully, this will show you guys exactly what you need to do if you guys are driving your own vehicle. Okay, we're not going to Terminal 2. We're going to Terminal 4. My mistake. I misread the signs. All right, and now we're going to come in over here and drop off our bags. Singular. We only have one bag.
But it's a big bag.
Alright, is homie gonna tell us where to go?
Yeah.
He's to come right over here.
The most chill way possible.
Yeah, the most nonchalant point ever. Alright, we have dropped off our bag, tipped the porter, and now we are going to park our vehicle. Follow the signs for parking. Big sign for parking. I think we go all the way up and then the booths are over there. Alright, let's see how much parking is going to be.
Wave below for ticket.
Hello. Hello? Wave? There you go.
Please pay your ticket at a pay station before returning to your vehicle.
Can I pay now?
Please proceed.
I don't know.
Blue ball?
Doesn't say anything. Alright, so now, in typical Theme Park Express fashion, we will make our way to the very top of the parking garage for a proper intro and pictures. And here we are, guys. Just before 11 a.m. we have made it to Port Everglades, and here is the Disney Dream. I will say things are looking a little bit hazy here in Fort Lauderdale. There's a large fire going on somewhere, and it smells like heavy smoke out here, and it's very hazy too, so that's why it's making things look a little weird. But we're still excited. We are just a little bit early for our port arrival time, so we're gonna hang out up here for just a moment before heading on down to go into the terminal. All right, we came one floor down, parked our vehicle, and now let's head on over to the elevator. It's also worth noting that this parking garage is utilized not only by the Disney Dream, but also by Terminal 2. So in this case, I do believe it's Princess. So we are currently on level 4. We need to go down to level 1. And in case you guys are curious, here are the prices for parking. All right, we have verified our port arrival time. Now we can make our way over to the terminal. I forget about the cute artwork that they have on the walls over here. I really like this. Sorry? Yes, platinums.
Welcome back.
Thank you. All right, we are inside. We have our Pearl Platinum and Concierge check-in lines. Thank you. And take a look at that. We are here nice and early. Hardly any lines, period. All right, we have made it past security. Very easy process, and we have made it back inside the terminal. Hi, baby. So just as a reminder, once you get past security, which is over here, we have our assisted check-in over here. This is in case you have any other things you need to take care of as far as your stateroom, any upgrades, you can go over here. Further on down that way, you have your restrooms. Our concierge area is up here, and then you have some vending machines back there. So now that we've made it inside the terminal, we're actually right next to the ship, and we're close enough to hook up to the Wi-Fi where we can pull up the Navigator app and look at our itinerary and everything that we have going on. Something that Coda and I really love to do is kind kind of guess where we're going to be having dinner on our very first night. Because prior to your cruise, you have no idea what your dining rotation is going to be. I mean, there's a way for you to call, but that's besides the point. So, Coda, what's your guess as far as what we're going to eat tonight?
Okay, I'm usually wrong, so my gut says Enchanted Garden, but because I'm normally wrong, I'm gonna pick Royal Court because my brain says rotation is Enchanted Garden, Animators, Royal Court. But again, I'm normally wrong, so I'm gonna go with Royal Court.
Okay, so you're guessing the whole rotation. You're taking it a step above. I only guessed the first night. I'm gonna say Animators Palette. I think we're at Animators tonight because that's typically where we end up being on the first night. So, babe, what is it?
It's Enchanted Garden. I would have been right if I
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. You changed it. You changed it.
Right.
So that means tonight we have the Ahi Tuna Tower. Yes. So typically I'm not the biggest fan of Enchanted Garden, but that Ahi Tuna Tower, it's so good. So, so good. Honestly, the best part about Enchanted Garden. So, where are we at tomorrow night?
Enchant Palo.
Palo. Tomorrow night is Nassau night. Most likely it's going to be Pirate night. We're at Palo tomorrow night. So, there you go. Where were we supposed to be?
Enchanted Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think I started?
That is true.
And then
Anyways.
we're at Royal Palace, ending at Animators.
Okay, Animators is a good way to end it. And the cruise talking to Crush and seeing all the fish.
Oh, it's not just a normal night?
No.
Oh, so Crush is normal night?
Yeah, Crush is normal night. And speaking of Finding Nemo, I feel like this is a good opportunity to point out the wall art over here inside the terminal. It is all Finding Nemo themed, which is adorable. We have art on this side, and then we have a bunch of art on the other side. The whole terminal is kind of like underwater Nemo themed. So we got into the terminal at about 11:15, and they haven't started boarding yet. We're in boarding group 5, and I think they're gonna start boarding guests at about 11:30. That's typically when they start the whole process. So we'll see. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. Every time you come to the terminal, it's a little bit different because they might have some things to change over on the ship, and so the whole cleanup and changeover might take a little bit longer. So it all depends. Coda decided she wanted something out of the vending machine, and what was the first thing you asked when we walked up?
If I could use my Suica card.
No, I don't think this takes Suica.
No, I also drained that thing.
All right, boarding group 5 has been called. Time to get aboard. So prior to getting on board the ship, they do have the photo backdrops over here in case you guys purchase the photo package, or in case you're thinking about doing the photo package, you can get your first photos right over here. And of course, these pre-cruise photos aren't mandatory by any means. You can opt out of them if you want and just continue straight on board the ship. That's what we're gonna do. Now, time to walk through the Mickey funnel.
Make some noise!
Woo!
Make some noise!
You're my favorite part. I love it. This is arguably one of the most exciting parts of the cruise, is when you're on the gangway getting ready to get on board the ship. Oh, that Disney Cruise Line smell. It's definitely so much different than what you have on the Wish and the Treasure. Oh look, a Marvel Day at Sea. They still need to get rid of that. We are not on a Marvel Day at Sea, I promise you.
Please welcome aboard. It's Adrian and Dakota.
Yay!
Thank you so much. We're back. Oh, look at this. Oh, we got Goofy up there too. Wow. It feels so good to be back. So the first thing Coda wanted to do was to look through the stores, and it's so funny because all the stores are still decked out in all of their Marvel Day at Sea stuff. Literally, the cruise before us was a Marvel Day at Sea, and this one isn't, but it's still really cool. And we're just kind of taking a peek inside the stores right now to see what we want. And take a look at that. The Golden Mickeys are tonight. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited to see the Golden Mickeys once again. It's been a hot minute since I have seen that show. And of course, on the day that you have Golden Mickeys, the whole rotunda area is all decked out in Golden Mickey's gear. They have a red carpet over here. This is all going to be very lively later on in the evening. Look at Coda down there. She was just doing a little happy dance at the door. Ooh, check out these brand new shirts that they have. This is really cool. It's got the ship name on it. It basically looks like the back of the ship. I love it. And then, of course, they have the brand new Style of Spirit jersey. We covered that in our Last Wish series. That's so cool. And the most important thing we were looking for is the atrium statue. That's my merchandise quest now, is to collect all the atrium statues of the ship. So I see Donald over there. Target acquired. All right, babe. We've been on the ship for all of 10 minutes and we still haven't eaten anything. I think it's time to change that. And I hear they have a new quick service restaurant up on deck. Let's go. So we made it up to deck 11 where we're gonna get some food, but we got off the elevator and take a look at this. They have the Dream Tower Suite. They gutted one of the funnels and they put one of those suites in there that they have on the Wish and Treasure. And they have an exclusive elevator for it too.
It says tap, I'm tapping.
You want to take out a mortgage
No.
just to stay in that suite?
For 4 nights.
With no balcony or anything?
And like the worst slanted view.
Yeah, not a vibe. But let's go ahead and continue on to lunch. All right, guys, here we are at Flo's V8 Cafe. You, of course, know all of our regular options. We have Casa della Tires over here. This is where you can get your pizzas. You have Tomater's Grill. This is where you can get your hot dogs, burgers, different like sandwiches and chicken tenders. But they have added in this new refurbishment, Ramone's. Build your own taco bowls. Oh my gosh, the fan favorite from the Wish class has made its way over to the Dream. And guess what? Coda is so excited. Are you standing in line? I think so. So yeah, they have a whole little queue set up for the Cantina. So in theory, it should run the exact same way as it does on the Wish and Treasure. So we'll see. And then, not to worry, Fillmore's Favorites is also here as well for your more healthier options. So here's a look at all the different options. They have chicken fajita, pinto beans, brown rice, vegetable fajita, beef fajita, poblano cilantro rice. We have some queso fresco. We have Monterey cheese. We have corn salsa, guacamole. We have pico de gallo, salsa roja, and of course, shredded lettuce. Oh my goodness, guys. Heck yes, the taco bowls are here on the Disney Dream. We love it. All right, babe, scale of 1 to 10. How excited are you for the bowls?
Pretty excited. Let's go with 9.
Why 9?
There were just like a smidge less options.
Really?
Yeah, there's normally pork and a third rice.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so, I mean, hey, it's better than nothing.
That's better than nothing.
So taco bowls were good and all, but let's head on inside Cabanas and see what else they got. All right, second lunch has been served. Neither Coda or I had dinner last night, and we had barely anything for breakfast this morning, so we are quite hungry. We both have crab claws and shrimp. I got a chicken tender with some mac and cheese and some kind of meat. It was at the carving station. So we're making our way back downstairs from Cabanas, and I just want to point this out. Take a look at this. In the dry dock, they gave the Dream the little LED screens that they have on the Wish and the So we're making our way back inside from Cabanas, and I just wanted to point this out. Over here under the funnel vision, they added the screens that they have on the Wish and the Treasure. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I'm very curious to see how they integrate these in not only the Sail Away Party, but also Pirate Night as well. It's gonna be really cool to see. I love that addition. I also want to point out, it is a glorious afternoon here in Fort Lauderdale. Oh my goodness, this is a picture perfect day. In the time it took me to film that clip, Coda got an ice cream. Is it nice and creamy?
Yes.
It's the good kind. So while the sun is out and the lighting is good, we decided to make our way up to deck 12 to get some pictures of the funnel. Take a look at that, not a cloud in the sky over here. It looks great. All right, we have made it to deck 10. Time to head on over to our stateroom and try and figure out where it is. We're more towards the back of the ship, so we need to go that way regardless. So let's go. Let's go this way.
Even looking at the sign was gonna turn the wrong way.
Something I think they also did with the Dream is they added more concierge rooms, because I see these with the concierge stickers. So, it's possible that they converted some of these into concierge rooms. I think I remember hearing, dang, what time did these guys get here? They're probably back-to-backers.
Or they packed their magnets.
That is very true as well. Either way. Either way, it's very interesting that they possibly added more concierge capacity. I'm not the biggest fan, but I understand from a business standpoint. All right, here we are, stateroom 10118. This is a deluxe family Oceanview veranda towards the aft of the ship. And fun fact, we actually did a GTY for this cruise, so we didn't pick this room ourselves, they picked it for us. Babe, go ahead and grab the cards and let us inside. We'd like to thank Magical Day Creations for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Magical Day Creations is your one-stop shop for anyone looking to add a little extra magic to their Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, or Royal Caribbean vacation. We've been partnered with Magical Day Creations for the last several years, and we love the quality of their cruise door magnets, stateroom hooks, and custom 3D printed mini ears. If you're looking to make your cabin door stand out on your next cruise, then head on over to magicaldaycreations.com today, where they're guaranteed to have something for every member of the family. And check this out, guys. Brand new for 2025, Magical Day Creations has these cool new articulated creatures. Here's a look at an awesome looking dragon that comes in a cool looking egg, and some adorable critters in a tree stump. We absolutely love them, and they make great fidget toys for your kids or the kid at heart. Be sure to use code TPX10 at checkout for 10% off your order and let them know that we sent you. Thank you so much to magicaldaycreations.com for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back into the action. Alright guys, here we are in stateroom 10118. Like I said earlier, this is a deluxe family Oceanview stateroom with veranda towards the back of the ship. Let's go ahead and start from the veranda side and work our way forward. So, over here we have a pull-down bed. We also have an upper berth over there that pulls down into a bunk bed. And then down here we have our sofa, which also folds out into a bed. So, you can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in this stateroom. This is definitely one of the larger staterooms that you can get before actually being in concierge. We have a little coffee table over here, and then on this other side, take a look at how much room there is for activities on this desk. I love the family staterooms here on Disney Cruise Line, at least on the Dream and the Fantasy, because the desk space is plentiful. Over here, we have some storage. Couple of drawers over here. We have our hair dryer and a heat pad. We have some glasses over here, some more storage, another cabinet for storage. We have a nice big mirror over here, more storage up top. We have our stateroom television. Down here we have our mini fridge or cooler. It's not necessarily a fridge, it's not going to keep anything ice cold, but it'll do the trick. We have some more storage space over here. Something that I constantly forget to point out is this drawer over here. No postcards or anything. We actually don't even have the room service cards for breakfast, so that's interesting. Not that we really use it, but it's still something that should be there. Another thing I want to point out is that our stateroom host didn't put out the proper stateroom gifts for Platinum, but that's really not that big of a deal. We'll just mention it to him later because we are going to be doing a giveaway of all of this stuff, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. On the desk over here we have a couple of North American plugs. We also have an adapter with a couple of USB-A's up top. Right next door to the fridge we have a waste bin, and then we have our massive bed. These beds are always super comfortable. I cannot wait to get some sleep in these tonight. Right next to the bed we have lamps. We have no outlets over here, but we have our switches for the lamps, but we have some space over here for you to put your phones. We have our stateroom phone. Yeah, there's no outlets over here. And some storage down here. On the opposite side of the bed, we again have a shelf for your phone. And down here is where we actually have an adapter and an outlet and another drawer. This stateroom is connecting with another stateroom, so if we were traveling with friends or family, we could open up this door and, you know, talk to whoever is next door. We are going to leave this closed because we are sailing by ourselves on this trip. And then we move on down into the hallway. Over here we have our closet space. We have our life jackets, hangers, and over here is the ladder for the bunk bed. Right next door we have a much larger closet space. We have a lot of hangers, a shelf, and a couple of other little cubbies, as well as a safe and a laundry bag. And last but not least, we move into the bathrooms. So over here we have the shower room. Again, nice big mirror. We also have a full-length mirror over here for checking yourself out. A couple of towels over here, some hand towels, makeup towel. We have our bath soap, our body lotion over here. We don't have the regular, like, hand soap. Like, normally we have liquid hand soap, but we have this. That's different. Anyways, We have a couple more towels over here, some tissues, and a wastebasket. And then, check this out. This is another reason why I love the family staterooms, is because of the shower. Take a look at how wide this shower is. It is fantastic. And then you have a space over here for sitting down or putting your legs up, whatever you need to do. We, of course, have our shampoo, conditioner, and body wash as well. There's so much room for activities in the shower, and I absolutely love it. And finally, to end off our tour, we have the toilet room. Nothing special about it. It's got a toilet that's functional, hopefully. We have a sink over here, and this one actually has the liquid hand soap, so that's really good. Most likely we're gonna be washing our hands in here after we do our business, so that's where it's supposed to be. And then we also have a sharps container over there. So overall, guys, this guaranteed room really worked out for us because we could have very easily gotten like a standard veranda room, but the fact that we got a family veranda, I'm not complaining at all. There's so much room for activities in here. Absolutely perfect for a 4-night cruise. And here we are, guys, the view from our balcony out on deck 10 towards the aft of the ship. You can kind of get a sense for how far back we are because that cantilever right there is cabanas. And then we have deck 11 right above us, which is the pool deck. So this is interesting. I think we're more under cabanas than anything, if I remember correctly by looking at the deck plan. So in theory, there shouldn't be much noise at all at night. During the day, however, that's going to be a different story. I really like deck 10 because if it starts to like pour down rain, you're not going to be affected by it at all. And you constantly have shade on your balcony, so it is always comfortable sitting out here. So Coda is outside on the balcony right now trying to find some turtles. I am doing some work on the computer right now, getting the video for tomorrow ready to upload. You can see it's our Osaka video. If you guys are Patreon members or channel members, you guys have already watched this video today, the day that I'm filming this, so the 6th, and everyone else is going to be able to watch tomorrow. So if you want to watch my videos early and ad-free, make sure to hit that join button down below to become a member or hit the link to become a Patreon supporter. Either one helps. So yeah, I've been in here doing some of this work, and I'm actually going to be doing a lot of work editing on this cruise because I have other videos that need to go live while we're sailing. So yeah, this is going to be a work hard, play hard type of cruise, but either way, not complaining. I'm excited to be on board and I'm ready to relax and have some fun. Okay, so it's a little while later and we are getting ready to head on down to the muster drill. Something that I want to point out that I'm quite embarrassed to admit, this is the first time I've ever done this across any cruise or any trip that we've ever done. I forgot my battery charger at home, so the batteries that I use for this camera, I forgot the charger at home. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Thankfully, I'm able to charge the batteries in the camera itself, but the camera needs to be plugged in and I can't be using it. So if you see me swap from what looks like this really nice crisp video to what looks like iPhone video throughout this whole cruise, then you guys will know why, because I will need to come back to the room and have the batteries charged, you know, in between all of this. Thankfully, before I left the house, all of my batteries were charged. I have 4 separate batteries, so hopefully it won't be that crazy or anything, but we'll see. In case there's a visual difference between clips, that's why. And as we're leaving the room, our bag has arrived outside. So, real quick, do you think our fan is in here?
No.
No?
Not at all.
We don't have time to check now because we need to go to the muster drill, but
that card will still be in there when we get back.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh wait, no, I almost walked out without my room key. Oh my gosh, we get to take the super secret cruise stairs. Oh my gosh. I am living my best life. I've always wanted to come down here. These stairs are super steep as well. This is awesome. Why are they so steep?
6.
Oh yeah, we gotta go down to 4. I thought we were at 5. Oh, these stairs are longer. It's because these decks are taller. This is all so interesting. Okay, back in a public area. There's pink. There's the way to the outside.
Sorry.
Outside to the right. All right, we have made it to our assembly station, K. Thankfully, we are in the shade. Some folks down there are not so lucky. So now we're gonna hang out here until the drill is done. This is our jam. The muster drill has concluded. Now it is time to make our way slowly but surely up to deck 11. All right, we have made it up to deck 11. We are ready for the sail away party, and check this out. Normally they would have like a bunch of banners and stuff here for sail away, but now they have replaced them with the screens. Very smart, honestly. I can't wait to see how all this goes. Sail away is done. We have made our way to deck 13 aft because we are sailing away. We are backing up out of our parking spots. We're gonna do a quick 3-point turnaround and head on out that way. Can we also talk about how close the ship gets to shore over there? That is insane. I can't imagine owning one of these houses and having this view all the time. And the last couple of times we've sailed out of Fort Lauderdale, I've said when we hit 1 million subscribers or somewhere along the line and I can afford that house, I want that house right there in the corner. Actually, no, mentira, the one next to it that has the nice pool. I want one of those houses. Anything right here. You know, one of these days we're gonna sail and I'm gonna get one of these rooms here. I just wanna see what it's like. So maybe if we find like a 3-day cruise or something on the Dream or Fantasy, we can try one of these rooms out because I'm very curious to see what the feeling is and the views and everything else. Our 3-point turnaround is just about done. We were in that parking spot right there. We backed up this way and started turning that way. and we are heading on out. So Coda pulled up the Fort Lauderdale webcam, and you can watch the cruise ships leave and come in every single day. So the webcam, if I recall correctly, is somewhere in this area right here. So if you guys ever want to watch cruise ships leave, you can do so online. The horns. So long, Fort Lauderdale. Hello, vacation. Again, one of these days, I'd love to stay in one of these buildings. I'm sure they're either hotels or condos or both, but either way, I want to stay somewhere over here so I can watch cruise ships leave. And I want to be just on the beach over here, because this looks like a really cool time.
Really big ones to communicate the size of the ship.
Oh no, look at the little teeny boat that just came out. I'm just a baby.
Think of the pontoon boat. Right?
Don't eat me.
Right? Like compared to this. This little guy is just not a care in the world.
So this is a little sketchy. That boat is coming right at us, and you can tell that we are making an effort to turn and get out of the way. What in the world? I've never seen that before. Yeah, we're listing a little bit. That is wild. What is this boat doing? Hello? Like, they're not even turning either, so, huh. I mean, I'd like to think we're not gonna hit. We're getting out of the way. But that's wild. Like, I wonder if this boat has the right of way or something, because he's not turning at all. Oh my God, you feel us listing? You feel that? What in the world? Oh yeah, we're going up and down. Like, look at the horizon off in the distance. Look at it, we're going up, and now we're going down.
I'm not.
Yeah, we are up and downing. What are you talking about? This is the fun part of cruising.
Is it?
Yeah.
I do think it's funny, MSC. You want to sail on the MSC Magnum 7? Oh, I need to try that.
Yeah,
7?
that looks like a 5-star premium cruise line. All right, babe. Pina coladas to a good cruise.
Our last cruise as fiancés.
Oh, that is so true. Oh my gosh, yeah, our last cruise as fiancés, engaged. Next one, we get married. I tell you guys what, the best thing that Disney's done recently is introduce these candy straws. They are so good. They're a heck of a lot better than the old paper straws that they had that just fell apart on you. These candy straws are the best. You can eat them, and they are fantastic. Pina Colada was awesome as always. The bartender, Kirk, is amazing. He's a team leader, and he's got a great attitude. I love it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way down to... Oh my God, look at these waves. No wonder why we're listing so much. Oh my gosh, hold on, look at this. Check these swells out. Good Lord, no wonder why we're listing so much. Holy moly. Yeah, that'll do it. We're up here on deck 12 and we're over here feeling us doing this and then going up and down. We're just moving all over the place. So anyways, we're gonna head on down to deck, what is it, 4, 5? I think 4. And we're gonna see what's in the stores because they should be opening right now. Let's go. Look at you, babe. You got eyes like a hawk. We're just casually going down the stairs and you saw it. How adorable is that? The first duck of the cruise. We gotta start working on hiding ours. Oh, yep. You're already ready. You're vibing.
You know Groot? Is that not what Groot does?
We have several characters meeting in the atrium this evening. We have Chip and Dale down here. Mickey Mouse is meeting over there. And then off in the corner, this way, we have Belle. So we're over here on the Disney Dream and we ran into George. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good today. We're on the Disney Dream today. Okay, here's gonna be so fun today here, and tomorrow we're gonna be in the Bahamas, and tonight we're gonna have dinner at the Royal Palace tonight.
Nice, Royal Palace. That's my favorite. I love Royal Palace.
I haven't eaten there before. This is my first time ever on a Disney Dream.
Really?
2017, 2020 we went on the Disney Magic, and 2020 was a Marvel Day at C1.
Ooh, okay.
Marvel Day at C, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So we got the crowd cheering as we were filming this, as you can see the boat like moving here. So it's gonna be pretty fun. Otherwise, we have a pretty fun day here, and tomorrow's gonna be fun too. So for all the kids out there, you got a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for saying hi, George. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's going to be day 2 in Nassau.
Tomorrow's going to be day 2 in Nassau. I really appreciate you saying hi, bud. Thank you so much. These are definitely the roughest seas we've had for an embarkation day in a while. I can't remember the last time I've seen like swells this big. Holy moly. We are definitely feeling it. Alright guys, we have made it to Enchanted Garden. This is going to be our first dinner of the cruise. Coda's already inside and sitting down, but unfortunately we do not have a private table, so we are going to be sitting with other people. So that means I'm not going to be doing any talking during the service. I'm just going to be doing some basic video on my phone and doing some voiceover. So I'll see you guys when we're done. Okay, so far the other group that's supposed to be here hasn't arrived yet, so while we're alone, let's take a look at the menu. All right, so over here up top, we have our specialty cocktails. You can go ahead and pause to read. For our appetizers, a cucumber garden roll, an ahi tuna and avocado tower, my personal favorite. We also have the lobster ravioli, and the bacon wild mushroom tart is also really good. For soups and salads, an heirloom tomato soup, a cream of green asparagus soup, a spinach raspberry salad, and a romaine wedge. For our bread service, we have a multigrain and country currant rolls with chickpea garlic puree. For our mains, we have caramelized sea scallops, a pan-seared sea bass, a maharam-scented roasted chicken, and a seared pork tenderloin medallion, and of course, a slow-roasted prime rib. Here are your vegetarian and lighter note offerings in case you guys are curious. And just record that for 15 seconds. Okay, so we've been sitting here for 30 minutes. These people aren't coming. Not tonight at least. So they either have Paolo or they're off doing something. I don't know. All right, appetizers have arrived. I have the wild mushroom and bacon tart. Definitely one of my favorites. And I also have the ahi tuna tower. All right, salad course has arrived, and you guys already know me. I had to custom order the chicken and walnut salad from Animator's Palette. I'm pretty much going to be having this every night of the cruise. It is just that good. My favorite salad in all of DCL. Something I want to mention real quick is that they definitely have the heat on. on the ship. Like, I am sweating a little bit more than usual. Even Coda says that it's like warm and toasty on the ship too. And this was a problem we had the last time we were on the Dream too, which was in January. It's March right now. And granted, like, it was a little chilly outside this morning, but in the middle of the day, it warmed up and it heated up. So I don't know why they have the heat on. Hopefully it doesn't stay like this the whole cruise, but yeah, it's definitely a little toasty. Okay, entrees came out nice and quick. I have the sea bass over here, which is really good. And then Coda opted for the prime rib.
This is a ribeye.
I know, right? According to Plaza de Coco, that's a ribeye. That's most definitely not a ribeye. All right, we have the dessert menus for Enchanted Garden, and they changed the material of the paper. I think it's a little bit smaller too. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. So over here we have our specialty drinks. You guys can go ahead and pause the video if you want to take a look. And then for our desserts, we have a warm sticky day pudding, a chocolate garden torte, an orange almond cake, as well as a chocolate brownie sundae. For our signatures, we have a southern style pecan tart, and for no sugar added, a lemon raspberry mousse Bombay. Now, unfortunately, we will not be partaking in desserts for this dinner service. If we do get anything, it's either going to be room service or soft serve up on the top deck a little bit later, because we are so full. We had so many shrimps during lunch, and then the crab legs on top of that, and everything else. It was really, really good, and we're just so full. No regrets, honestly. Yeah, honestly, no regrets. But yeah, so no dessert for us today. Maybe a little bit later. So we're leaving Enchanted Garden right now, and take a look at this. Do you guys notice what's missing here? Some of you longtime cruisers might realize that all the art is gone. There used to be a bunch of art for sale hanging out here. That's all gone. We still have the detective agency. That's still a thing, but something else that's new is right next door. But take a look at this, guys. We have a brand new DVC center here on the Dream, on deck 2, right outside of Enchanted Garden. This is all brand spanking new. It's got a welcome home. You have a whole thing inside over here. I can see offices. I'm not going to peek inside people's offices. And Coda's obsessed with the giraffe in there. I don't know if you guys can see through that. Let's see. Bloop, 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 bloop. Focus on the giraffe. There it is. Coda is obsessed. So we're back on deck 10 right now, and we're walking back to our room, and we kind of have to be like very mindful of where we step because the ship is rocking right now. Good Lord, we are rocking and rolling. So we made our way back to the room for a little bit. I need to transfer some videos off of the SD card and get things rolling for video editing later, but we are rocking and rolling tonight. Oh my gosh, it has been a while since I have experienced seas this rough. It's funny because Coda's trying to mess with herself with the big mirror on the door, and the door keeps swaying and like almost hitting her in the face, and I'm just sitting here doing this. It is intense tonight. Holy moly. We also got our C-bands on. We've deployed those. We rarely deploy the C-bands, but we've done it tonight as a precaution. It's going to be an interesting night. Okay, so I have a bunch of videos transferring right now for our next Japan video. I want to give an update on the fan. Yes, it was pulled out of our suitcase and it was delivered to our room with a nice little note that says, "We confiscated your fan. We tested it. We deemed it safe. Here you go." So yeah, just be forewarned. If you bring anything like this, they're going to take it. Don't worry, most likely you'll get it back later, unless it's like not cruise approved. Oh my god. Okay, so we've made it inside the Walt Disney Theater, and we are getting ready for the Golden Mickeys. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty excited to sit in these seats over here because Coda, as soon as I suggested it, what did she say?
I said, yeah, we get to be the old men.
If you guys have watched Muppet Vision 40, then you guys already know what we're talking about. I'm not the biggest Muppet fan in the world, but you guys should know what the old guys are. Hey, check out the man in the Goofy mask.
Wait, that's not a mask.
Oh, sorry, lady. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we were this close to not even coming to the theater. The word exhausted does not even begin to describe what we're feeling right now. We are tired. We were both up at 5 o'clock in the morning to make the 4-hour drive over here. At least this one got to nap a little bit in the car ride over here, but we were so tired. We were like, maybe we can just watch it from our room again like we did with The Little Mermaid, but it doesn't start until 8:45. And I really love being in the theater setting and watching it live, you know, it's just something really special. So we figured, let's just come over here. And honestly, I'm not mad at our situation. I love the seats that we're in right now. So this is new. Typically for the Golden Mickeys, they have the reporter out in the rotunda interviewing people, but they have someone over here interviewing people in the balcony. That's different. I think that's really cool. So we're about 5 minutes away from the start of the Golden Mickeys, and just looking at the crowd, you can tell that the Golden Mickeys isn't the most popular show on the Disney Dream because there's still plenty of seats available. I'm not saying that the theater is empty by any means, but it's not one of those situations where you have to be here right as the door opens in order to get a seat, you know what I mean? For Moana, you would definitely need to do that. For Frozen, you would definitely have to do that. But for the Golden Mickeys, you can kind of wait to show up about 10 minutes prior and still get a seat. Not necessarily towards the very front of the theater, but it'll be more towards the back, you know what I mean? So you won't have to stress about it as much, if that makes any sense. But I still highly recommend making your way over to the Golden Mickeys and catching it if you are sailing on the Disney Dream, because I think it's a fantastic show. I mean, for me, it's a big nostalgia thing. I assume that this show premiered with the Wonder because I remember watching this show when I was real little when I sailed on the Disney Wonder. So that's partially why I like it so much, but I also think it's a pretty neat show as well. So definitely make sure you check it out. But as you guys know, I can't film any of the main show, just the curtain call, so I will see you guys at the end. By the way, in case you guys are curious about these seats over here in the wings, I don't know what you call it, but box seats, there you go, box seats. They are just like individual chairs that you can just move on your own. Some have armrests, others don't, so you can just kind of come over here. It's first come, first served, they're not reserved or anything, and you can just kind of prop yourself up over here and watch the show. So right outside of the Walt Disney Theater over here on deck 4, we have a little bit of a snack stand that sells popcorn as well. Let's take a look at some of the new popcorn buckets. So this is the new Marvel Day at Sea 2025 popcorn bucket. Of course, this isn't a Marvel Day at Sea cruise, but they still have it. We have a milk container. I forget what this is from, but I think it's Marvel related as well. Ah, Guardians of the Galaxy. There you go. Thank you. So this is a Guardians sipper. We also have a Coca-Cola Black Panther sipper. We have a Quantum Core sipper that you can find on the Wish and Treasure. We have the Avengers Quantum Encounter cup that we saw on the Wish. We have a Groot sipper. We of course have our classic Disney Cruise Line sipper. And brand new, we have the Captain America sipper. Take a look at that. It is a whole Captain America shield that you can wear on your wrist, and it's a sipper. They put the drink over here on top. That is nuts. Made our way back into the atrium for the final time tonight, and I just want to point out a random character. Check that out, it's Mulan up there. It's been a minute since we've seen her on a cruise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, day 1 of our Disney Cruise Line vacation on board the Disney Dream has come to an end. Before we wrap things up, I just want to say there are a lot of first-time cruisers on this boat, and it really hit me right before the show started just how lucky and privileged I am to be here, and how thankful I am to all of you guys to be in the position that I'm in, to be able to take as many cruises as I can and to be able to do this full time. They asked who in the theater was a first-time cruiser, and basically the entire theater erupted in applause. And the reactions to people when Goofy came out, when the show first started, like everyone was so excited, like it really hit me that yes, people save up for years to be here, and here I am able to just hop on Disney cruises practically once a month, basically, at this point now. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything that you guys do for this channel. All of you guys watching, all of your interactions on the channel, it's because of you that I'm able to do what I love truly as a full-time job, and it is not lost on me how lucky and privileged I am to be here. So truly, truly, thank you for everything. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much for sharing everything, you know, just everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So in order to give back to you guys just a little bit, as much as I can, we are doing another giveaway. As long as we keep getting these, I'm still going to keep giving them away because Lord knows we don't need any more of these in my house. So if you guys want to be entered into a chance to win not only this gift bag, but the wet dry bag and the towel that we're eventually going to get, because we still need to get that platinum gift stuff sorted out. But if you want a chance to win all of that, leave the word DREAM down in the comments section below. Of course, you also have to be subscribed to the channel, and please help us out by leaving a like as well. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, and we will see you guys in the next video.